Hi everyone. It has been quite the minute. Here I am. I am on my way back to Osaka from Kyoto. I just stopped off at the Japan Cat Network, their Maneki Machiya guest house. We had some catnip to drop off to them. They helped us out a lot with getting our rescue cat Jasper adopted in Tokyo, and we had some leftover catnip from when Jasper was living with us. We had 3 pot plants worth of that. So now I am gonna head back. Rented out a car, well, use Times Car Share, the car sharing service that we're subscribed to, and it's been a few months since I've done some driving, so happy to be driving again today. It's actually a really scenic drive as well, so enjoy. Let's get this show on the road. Let's go. I will flip the camera around. I'm just here in the parking lot of this place called Furuhon Ichiba. It's a retro video game store. They sell retro consoles and books. It's all secondhand stuff. Love going there. I love my retro video games. Let's see a bit of traffic just going by. Love my retro video games, so always an opportunity, if there is one, to stop in to there, or a hard off or a book off. I will take it. Okay. Now I've got a Japanese navigation going because I'm using my phone. Let's turn this down a bit. Hopefully I can turn the navigation down. Safe travels. Thank you so much. JJQ, nice to see you. I'm wondering if I can turn down the navigation. It's a bit loud. And also I did it with avoiding toll roads. So I am hoping that works, because the last thing I want to do is be paying extra money on top of what I did to get the car today. So using Times Car Share, I got the 6-hour pack, and it works out to 4,300 yen, I think. 4,300 for the 6-hour pack, so it's not too bad, and that includes the petrol as well. If I go over the 6 hours, I have to pay 16 yen per kilometer. Thanks very much. Nice to see you too, JJQ. Here we go. Whoops, I almost ran someone over. Whoops. I didn't realize there was a crossing there. Hopefully this works out. Hopefully the video quality is okay and able to maintain that throughout the trip. And hopefully the video doesn't look too shaky either. This was a really impromptu decision to do a live stream driving back to Osaka today. So I'm not prepared with a mic or anything either. But you guys get to see the beautiful surrounds of Kyoto. We are in, where are we right now? This is sort of, I think we're in western Kyoto, the western suburbs, near Arashiyama actually. When we've been to the JCN, the Japan Cat Network cat shelter, we've been there a few times, and when we visited there, usually taking public transport, we will catch a tram from Seiin Station, which is on the Hankyu line. Hey Lito, good to see you, buddy. Not prepared. Sounds alright, mate. Thanks, man. It's a beautiful day here today. It's very hot, 31 degrees Celsius. How do I recenter myself on here? Okay, I don't want to lose the map. Yeah, it's a gorgeous day, really sunny, 31, 32 degrees Celsius. Summer is pretty much here now. I don't drive too often, but when I do, we always use the Times car share. It's really convenient. They've got posts everywhere, stations everywhere that you can get them from, and they've got an app now as well, which is fantastic, and I can just unlock the car with the app. It's great. I feel like I'm living in the future. I feel very Tesla-esque. And the car that I've got today is a Yaris hybrid. The estimated time, my ETA back, what is my ETA back? I don't even know how to check it on this Japanese navigation. Alright, I'm going to take a right turn in 200 meters. I think it'll take, it's 5:10 now, local time. I think it'll take about an hour and a half. I won't stream for the entire time though. Wow, 5 people watching the video now. It's great. Thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. I know I don't post uploads so often, but I do it whenever I can, and if I've had enough time to edit something. Okay, what are we, 40 meters? Is this the turn? Yes. Okay, I turn right here. Okay, I think we're gonna drive a little bit through the city. Hopefully it's not too shaky as well. That's my other concern about the video on this. Where are we now? I used to live in Kyoto. I lived in Kyoto for almost 2 years, but I don't really know the area. I don't know the city so well. I always just went to work and then came home, and I just know around Kawaramachi and Karasuma, which is where I lived, Shijo, all very central Kyoto. But yeah, I don't really know the other parts. What does that say? Nishioji Oike is the bus stop that I just passed. There's Oike Dori, Oike Street, a massive fresco supermarket on the left there that I've just passed. So I'm sorry if I'm not able to read all your comments coming through in the chat. It's a bit difficult and unsafe to be reading and driving at the same time. But I hope you enjoy it. The cat cafe that I went to, the Japan Cat Network, has a cat cafe attached to it, and they've got some lovely, friendly cats there. I intended just to drop off the catnip, but ended up staying almost an hour chatting with Susan there. She's the director of the organization. Just chatting with her and playing with the cats. It's a really great organization. If you're around Kyoto or you're interested in checking out an ethical cat cafe, I highly recommend them. And they also do adoptions as well. And the cats are just so friendly and so lovely. Friends don't let friends friends read and drive. Yeah, thanks, dude. How is everyone doing? It's the end of the weekend already. I can't believe it. What did we do yesterday? I had my friend's housewarming party yesterday. That was great. They actually have a house. It's so rare to visit foreigners that own a house in Japan. Well, they're still renting actually, but it was really nice, beautiful home, just outside of Amagasaki, which is Hyogo Prefecture, just the next prefecture over, outside of Osaka. So that was a good time, and eating and karaoke was to be had because my friends are Filipino, so of course karaoke is to be had, and had some delicious chicken adobo. Yeah, it was all good. Nishi Oji still, and have I just gone through, or have I just gone through? What was that intersection? I just missed it. But yeah, this is all the built up parts of Kyoto City. I remember when my first impressions or first thoughts about Kyoto was that it was going to be just temples and just countryside, really, not much of a city. Okay, so yeah, you've got to be sponsored by a company, of course, basically for your visa. In order for you to be working here, you need some kind of sponsorship. And so, like, for myself, I do English teaching like 99.9% of the other foreigners that have come to Japan. And yeah, there are companies that will hire from outside of Japan. And what I did was I was actually here on a tourist visa and interviewed for a company. It was an eikaiwa company, a English conversation school. And then I got the job and I got sponsored and I was able to stay here. So, I mean, that's the long and short of it. You can get hired from outside of Japan. There are a few programs, like the JET program is probably the most famous of those English teaching programs, and that's done through the Japanese government as well, so that's really highly regarded, and the salary is actually pretty decent as well. Don't ask me what the salary is, I don't know, but I know that it's more than most teaching positions. I hope I'm going the right way. I don't want to be going on the expressway. This map doesn't look like it's, I can't really tell if it's updating or not. Maybe it is. I always use Google Maps, so I'm not really familiar with this interface of this one. Yeah, so yeah, just getting back to that point about the sponsorships. Yeah, you can't live in Japan unless you are sponsored, or until you receive permanent residency, which is after 10 years of living here. So then you are free to do whatever you like. So yeah, if that is your goal, then stay in a company or keep being sponsored by different companies until you reach the 10-year mark, and then apply for permanent residency. I mean, in terms of other kinds of jobs that you can do as a foreigner, I think the tech sector, some tech jobs don't really require Japanese. So it depends on your Japanese level, of course. You can work for other companies, but most likely they will want to hire a Japanese person before they hire a foreigner. But yeah, the tech sector, I know a few friends that work in that area. Things like game development, that kind of thing. Okay. I have no idea whether my map is updating. I tapped a few things. I hope I didn't break it. Sign coming up. I can see if there's anything written is not. Shichijo Dori. Alright, I hope this is... I don't want to break anything. I'm so nervous. Nothing's updating on my map. Oh, I have no idea. Since I am taking the long route home, where is that? I don't know. Since I am taking the long route home, I am able to read questions whenever I stop at the lights like this, so feel free to ask anything. I'm going to adjust this a bit. It looks a bit slanted. There we go. I hope that's okay. Fingers crossed. To the Japan Cat Network, they helped us out immensely with our cat that we rescued about 1.5 years ago now, November 2021. My God, has it been that long? We found a cat outside our building, and we're really worried for his welfare. The building manager was around actually when we found the cat as well, and we were worried that he might hurt the cat or call animal control, and animal control in Japan tends to just kill animals. So we took it in, hoping that maybe we could just have it there for the night, have him home for the night, and then take it to a shelter, but ended up being 1 year. We had Jasper for 1 year, but we weren't allowed to keep him. Like, our apartment had no pets allowed, actually, so it was a bit... Chips? What? Ali, hi. Yeah, so we had Jasper for 1 year, a couple of failed adoptions. We also had to sort out a few things behavior-wise and also health-wise. Oh my God, this guy's running a red light. These people don't run red lights. We had a couple of failed adoptions, and we reached out again to Japan Cat Network, and they were able to help us out. They took him in and transferred him to Tokyo. And he was in Tokyo in like the foster care and that for a while, but eventually it's a silent drive except for the interruptions from our great navigator here. This bridge here that I'm about to cross, this is Katsura Gawa, the Katsura River, and that runs into Arashiyama, the famous area where there's the bamboo forest and Tenryuji Temple. Okay, in 300 meters I'm turning left. I can understand enough Japanese for that. Here we go. Okay, I have maybe regained my signal because I see someone is back in the stream. Nope, gone. Okay. Well, I'm still streaming. This is a different view of Japan. I do enjoy driving. I love train travel. Is my favorite way of getting around Japan. It's just so beautiful because you can get right into the mountains and the rivers and just cross those. And it's just such stunning nature, landscapes. It's like Japan's seriously one of the most beautiful countries in the world when it comes to nature. But driving definitely gives it a different feel as well. Let's see, am I back on? Yep. Looks like I've regained my phone signal as well. Coming up, there's going to be a bit of a scenic drive, I think. I think there is anyway. I see some greenery up ahead. Don't quote me on that. Could be completely off. But driving on the way to Kyoto was actually really nice also. Another huge pachinko parlor. This is Kikona, the one on the right hand side up ahead. The size of that massive building. And Coco Curry House, of course. I love Coco. It's like one of my favorite chains here in Japan. Absolutely delicious food. The size of this Kikona pachinko. Always a challenge doing live streams by myself. Get some more interaction happening. I don't really know what else to talk about. I mean, my life has been pretty dull. We did Comic-Con. That's one of the big things we did recently, I guess. That was cool. I've been to a few conventions in Australia, but first time in Japan, it was really good. Nice cosplay. Got the 3-day pass so I could get plenty of footage for the vlog, and I did a walking tour video as well because I created a walking channel a few years back with the hopes that I would just be able to upload easy content on there, but I just haven't found the time to even do that, even like find some time to walk and film those. It takes a while. Like I think walking tours, if I do about an hour-long walk tour, I think that's a pretty good length. Not just for people watching and enjoying that and the content that way with that length, but also, oh my gosh, but also for YouTube as well, to help with the algorithm. Hopefully there's no police around me. This guy, this motorcyclist right next to me, he's so close. They love to squeeze in. Yo, Jamil. Hey, buddy. No popo. Hopefully. I have no idea who's watching because now it's come up with one person, so maybe that's just you, Jamil. Nice to see you, bud. Just driving back from Kyoto. Jamil was at our friend's housewarming party last night. That was good times. Lots of karaoke. Lots of 80s karaoke. We love our 80s music.
およそ700メートル先、斜め右方向です。
Okay. I want to be on the right. Oh. What is it saying? Hang on. I'll go on the right. Let's go there. 80s music rocks. It does. In Kyoto, I was just dropping off some stuff for the Japan Cat Network. So, not right in the city, but just a bit outside of the city. The suburbs. And then just driving back now. It was pot plants. It was like 3 pot plants, which is why we got the car. Just taking that on the train would have been just a nightmare. Oh god, I should probably have been in the left lane. I gotta turn left immediately. Oh well. I'll figure it out. It's immense. It's like changed so much, and I haven't watched it yet. There was an NHK video on YouTube about it, just saying how Japan probably wasn't prepared for how busy it was going to be. This influx of tourists has been massive. But it's great to see, and I think everyone was itching to get into Japan. I think a few of my friends had actually, they wanted to go to Japan and they had it booked prior to the pandemic, and then it all closed down. So I had a few visit this year actually. It's quite funny. Probably the most friends that have come from Australia to Japan and we've met up with has been this year. I've met with 3 groups so far, and I think I have some family visiting. I mean, they said they were going to come, but once they've got that booked and locked in, then yeah, I'm looking forward to that. They weren't prepared. Yeah, Jamil said they weren't prepared. Yep. They weren't. Watched what? It was NHK, but all I saw was the title. If I can find it again, then I will. Am I good? Okay, that is not. I am staying on the non-expressway road. The left there, those gates on the left are the expressway. I don't want that. Oh my god, am I stuck in a... Oh jeez, what is going on here? These people are trying to turn right. There's another Shinkansen passing. There you go, that is heading into Osaka. It takes 15 minutes to go from Osaka to Kyoto on the Shinkansen. It normally takes 30 minutes on the JR line. On the Hankyu line, which is another train that will go... Oh, there's another one coming in the other direction. The Hankyu line will take 40 minutes, but it's cheaper. And it really depends on where you want to go as well. The JR will take you into Kyoto station, but there's not really much around Kyoto station. There's not much to do. If you want to go to the train museum, or if you want to go to Arashiyama from there, then yeah, that's a pretty good choice. But then, because from what I see, it's looking a little dark. Hopefully when we change directions a little bit. Yeah, it's lightening up already. Here we go. There's a sign there that says Osaka Prefecture. There we go. Say it. There we go. There was a little announcement. I don't know if you heard that. We have entered Osaka Prefecture. And by car, this usually takes me about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes when I'm taking the non-toll road. But I think I don't know, I think the toll road is maybe an hour. That takes the expressway. Jamila, what are you up to today, bud? Thanks for joining me on the live stream. I'm just like, you're eating takoyaki, or is that a question? Are you asking me if I want takoyaki? I don't know what that means. You're not sure if you're gonna do takoyaki? You've got the question mark there. It's so it says Sakurai Eki Ruins and Shimamoto Town Office. I have never been to this part of where are we? Osaka Prefecture. So internet's not working too well on my side. Yeah, possibly. I don't know if this is streaming on Facebook as well. I don't know if I disabled that last time. I kind of just opened the app and just hit start stream. I didn't really check, because I remember last time when I was doing this and I tried to stream to Facebook at the same time, it just couldn't handle it and always cut out. But I think what happened as well, even when I disabled the Facebook stream for the subsequent time, just for a YouTube stream, I think it also cut out as well. I am ready for bed. I've done enough driving today. As much as I enjoy driving, and I enjoy driving in Japan, but it's also, there's a certain element of stress. I get a little bit of anxiety driving in Japan just because of, like in Australia we drive on the same side of the road, so that's fine. It's not really that. It's just the unpredictability of drivers in Japan sometimes, and then they'll sometimes just stop on the side of the road, like they will leave their car idling on a main road right in front of a traffic light or whatever. So I always have to keep an eye out for that. Oh, what is this Bikuri Donkey on the right? It's a really interesting looking building. They're a chain of restaurants, family restaurants that do like Yoshoku, which is European Japanese food. Things like hamburger steak, chips, or French fries, as you call them in America. Get rest. Thanks, bud. Yeah, so like just that certain just a certain level of anxiety driving here. And also, like, I'd hate, knock on wood, to get into an accident here. It's just the language barrier gives me anxiety, and then dealing with the police and having to sort that out, and then the insurance and everything with like the car share side of things. Yeah. So I'm a safe driver, but I'm like extra safe when I'm here in Japan. And also just, I don't know, just little things like just the road rules. Although the road rules are meant to be the same as Australia, there are some strange things that people do, like giving way. Usually you're supposed to give way to the right and stuff, but sometimes people just don't give way or whatever, and you just have to watch out for that. Looks like they're building another kind of expressway here. You see these massive pillars. Not sure what that's going to be, but look at the size of them. They're huge. They've been building that for years. It's like every time I've driven between Osaka and Kyoto, which, I mean, it's only been a handful of times, but I've always see them still under construction. Which direction am I going? Setsu, Hirakata? I think so. I don't think I'm heading towards Kobe. But I haven't gotten any notification on my little navigation. Maybe I go straight. They didn't tell me to turn left. I did not think that the sun would be going down at this time. I mean, I guess it's 6 o'clock already. I didn't intend to stay in Kyoto for that long. It was just meant to be a drop off the catnip plants and then head on my way. But yeah, just chatting with Susan. She's really happy. I'm really happy to see her in good spirits. Just, yeah, everything's going quite well with their shelter in terms of like having the visitors as well and getting funds from that. Yeah, they're doing well. So thereabouts? I don't know miles. I don't know the imperial system, dude. I mean, no one else uses it. Come on. America and England. England's a funny one. They use miles and kilometers, but when it comes to like all the speeds of cars and distances, it is miles, but then sometimes they'll measure stuff in kilometers, but rarely. And then stone. England uses stone for weights for people. Have no idea how that converts. And I have no idea how far away I am from where I need to be. Okay, well, it says Noda, but plenty of places in Japan are called Noda. So it doesn't really... Gusto! Love Gusto. And I used to be a big Saizeriya fan. I feel like their quality has gone down. I don't know. Haven't had very good Saizeriya recently. Oh, okay. Takatsuki. Are we only in Takatsuki now? Oh my god. We're still only halfway. Who uses stone? Exactly, the British. I mean, really, how much does a stone weigh? You know? Who decided that as a measurement? I have not had the pancakes at Royal Host or Rojo. I've never hiked into Katsuki either. See, Jamil, you know all the places, you know all the secrets. To Katsuki, I've only ever done the Children's Day, Koi no Body, carp streamers. There's a river, and a video that I have filmed but have yet to publish. I've got a lot of those.
およそ700メートル先、八丁縄手を左方向です。
Okay. 700 meters left, I believe. So yeah, I've done that, and actually Takatsuki, I did spend 2 weeks in Takatsuki when I first moved, when I got my first job in Japan. That's where the training was done. So it was based out of a, we stayed in a business hotel.
300メートル先、八丁縄手を左方向です。
Okay, turn left in 300 meters. But we stayed in a business hotel and did like hands-on training. Going to different schools.
まもなく左方向です。
Okay, thank you. Turn left now. Not Toyoko Inn. Is that up?
およそ
Trying
2キロ先、
to get the... And the reason why I went up there was because they had rice field art, tambo art, and they had Star Wars, of course, that year as well. It was The Force Awakens. Big... Right, 700 meters. Is that another Shinkansen? Huh. Another bullet train line just there. Probably the same one.
300メートル先、逗子を右方向です。
Okay, 300 meters, turn right. If anyone's got any questions, feel free to ask. I don't really have much to say, so if you want to know anything,
この
just
信号です。
let me know. Sushiro, there's the sushi chain again. It's
5キロ以上道なりです。
conveyor belt sushi. Okay, we are, according to this, 4 kilometers outside of Ibaraki City and 8 kilometers from Setsu. So still a little ways outside of Osaka City, but getting there. I mean, I'm seeing quite a few Osaka license plates, which is always nice. Sushiro or Kura Sushi? I don't really know because I haven't had them enough, if at all. I don't know if I've even had them. Maybe Sushiro? I don't know. And it is a nice view, yes. Which one do you like, Sushiro or Kura Sushi, Jamil? The only thing with this view though is the light. It's very, there we go. Now it's a bit brighter. I mean, I've never taken driving lessons in Japan because the great thing about being Australian is you can just transfer your license over, although that was a hell of a deal. Oh my god. But yeah, it looks like they can pick you up and take you to the driving school, which is a nice little service. I think they do it. It's a shuttle. I think it's a shuttle though between the station and the driving school, maybe. But yeah, yen. They translate your license over to Japanese, and then go to the police driving center, which is in Kadoma, which is, I think, like 20 minutes away from the JAF office where you get your translation done. 20 minutes, half an hour away, something like that, by train and monorail or something. I can't remember. There's a few different ways of getting there. And then it's like a 20-minute walk from the train station to get to the police driving center. And then, of course, they're closed for lunch. So you've got to try and make your way there before midday or thereabouts. And sometimes that's a heck of a thing. Because I remember the first time I did it, I had forgotten as well to have my proof of residence. So you have to get that from the ward office. So I had to go back into the city. I didn't go to the ward office. There's actually a service counter where you can get that printed out. So did that in the city still, but not having to wait at the ward office, which can take a long time to get that done. But I did make it back to Kadoma in time. But then the problem was I had an issue with proving that I had lived in Australia for 3 months after my license was issued. And that at that time I'd been driving for like 20 years, but they still needed some kind of proof because Japan and their rules and paperwork. So the problem with that was my passport is an e-passport for Australia, so I don't get any entry and exit stamps out of Australia, and there was just no other way. There was no other way of proving that at that time. So that was a waste of a day and 3,000 yen, plus all the transport costs to and from. So I wasn't able to get it that time, and I was super annoyed. But for days like this, it's just so simple. It's just so easy, so convenient. And then I recently, when I say recent, was it this year? I think it was this year. My license, Japanese licenses are only valid for 3 years. So my license had expired, or was up for renewal, I should say. And that meant that I had to go back to Kadoma again. And because this is my first renewal, I had to sit through, God, what was it? Was it an hour and a half lecture, all completely done in Japanese? A traffic safety lecture. Absolutely ridiculous, but I had to sit through that. And, you know, they basically talk about roads, traffic accident stats, and then just go over road safety again and that kind of thing. But completely unnecessary. But yeah, if you get your license, you've got to do that on the first renewal, and then I think on the next renewal after this, it's a half hour, I think. But yeah, I still have to sit through another lecture of some kind, I think. Oh, look, there's a sign there. Well, you probably can't see it on the stream, but it does say Kadoma up ahead, and then Ikeda. Kadoma is straight, and then Ikeda is turn right at the next set of traffic lights. Anyway, Jamil, you never answered my question. Which do you prefer, sushiro or kura sushi? And also, do you have a video? Or maybe that's just from the traffic passing by, because the left side doesn't look so windy. For an hour and 19 minutes.
およそ700メートル先、北大阪流通センター入り口東を左方向です。
Left, huh? Okay. Prepare to turn left, I believe. Just another pachinko parlor. And there it is up ahead. Yeah, look at that. It's huge. Like most of it is made up of parking. There's 3 floors on the top there is parking. Kura Sushi had better prices, and you don't have a driver's license in Japan. Need to renew Jamaican license, get the international permit, then do a driving test. Even Jamaica, Japan, and Australia have the rules and drive on the same side of the road. Oh, Jamaica drives on the same side. Oh, of course, British. Oh, okay. Musical instruments and that kind of thing. It's just such a funny name. I wish this had a ETA. This car is due back by 7 o'clock. It is 6:27 right now. I am hoping that I'll get home in time. But what I'll do is I will stop the stream before I get home, just for a little semblance of privacy. There's another pachinko parlor. Jeez, oh, it's huge. I hope you make it into me. Okay, Jamil. This stream took a turn. Autocorrect. Oh, don't you even think about it. There was a car that looked like it was going to try and cut in on my left-hand side. There's the Okay, how does this go? I'm a little bit confused. I'm guessing I'm just going to follow this traffic. It's just so random because this doesn't look like a proper intersection. So like there's a van up ahead that's turning right, but it's going under the bridge. It just doesn't seem like a proper right turn. I don't know. Good old Google Maps always takes longer than what it says it's going to take. Because I think, yeah, the estimate is about an hour and a half, and we're almost at an hour and a half now, and I'm still quite a ways from home. Okay. I don't really understand this right turn. 10 kilometers to Osaka City, huh? Again, like I said, this feels like I'm still in the countryside. Oh my god, these people just pulling out from behind buses. That was so dangerous. It feels like we're in the countryside, and we're only 10 kilometers outside of Osaka City. Bit of an industrial looking area. Japanese word for countryside is inaka, and I feel like I am in the inaka right now. Whoa, what are you doing? Oh my god. Safety drivers. Let's be safe, everybody. How is everyone doing? How was your weekend? I already know how Jamil's was. We saw each other last night, but yeah. Mine was pretty much just, yeah, that, the party yesterday evening, and then this today. But it's a nice feeling. Actually, part of the reason as well why we are getting rid of those plants is that our building management decided, oh hey, let's renew the balcony, let's do a renovation on the balcony, and we are going to basically close off the balcony for 6 months. And hey, it doesn't matter if you've got a balcony garden, we don't care. You have to take everything off the balcony so we've got access to it, but we don't exactly know when that's going to happen. They said, they gave us a rough estimate, like maybe starting in August, we don't know. July, August, but it's going to be like 6 months. It's like, yeah, our garden's going to die. So, actually, when I say our garden, it's Ali's garden. Ali's pride and joy. She's put so much time into that garden. So, getting rid of a few of the plants there. We brought in, or Ali has brought in, a lot of plants as well. And going to try and do an indoor garden, working on that. But also giving some away. Yeah. He's worked really hard on it. And it's sad, very sad. It's unfair, but them's the breaks sometimes. It's corrected itself, but I'm not sure how that actually turns out on the actual live stream. So just let me know. Let me know how the video quality is. Because I get like a little warning saying that the transmission is unstable as well, using this Prism Live. This app is good in the sense that I can stream at 1080p, but because YouTube can only stream at 720p in their native app, but that may also come at the expense of like this video choppiness as well. Not being able to maintain that higher resolution. I think I'm still going straight. I haven't been told to turn. I'm a big fan of hybrids. I think they're really fun to drive. I don't know. And they're so quiet as well. I'd love to try driving a Tesla. I think they're incredibly expensive in Australia though. And Times Car Share has yet to bring Teslas to the table. I think they still haven't brought them on board. I don't think that they will. Oh my gosh. That's the worst place to turn, bud. Why are you turning here? Okay. There's another Bikuri donkey. It's a huge one. I love their aesthetic. I don't know, it's like this wacky kind of almost like abandoned gold mining town. I don't know what they're going for, but that's what I'm getting from it. I don't know where we are. I have no idea. We are somewhere in Osaka City. Maybe. Maybe we're not even in Osaka City yet. Oh, wait a sec. Yeah, okay. The Mazda there says that it's Higashi Yodogawa Ward store, so we are in Osaka City. Go figure. Higashi Yodogawa Ward is where Shin Osaka Station is, so I'm actually not too far away. It's great. Maybe I will make it in time. I really didn't think I would need a whole 6 hours for this car rental, but it's funny how time just go. I did stop off at the retro game store though, so there was that. I didn't find anything. I mean, there were quite a few PS2s and Super Famicoms, which are Super Nintendos. There's a Dreamcast or two there. And what else? A couple of Wiis. I've seen places which have tons of Wiis. Oh my god. Like, if you go to retro game stores or hard offs, you'll just always find stacks of Wiis, and they're like $5 you can get them for. So I didn't really see anything of interest, and I mean, I'm trying to not spend money. Although I do want a PS5. That's my next big thing, will be the PS5. And Ali and I recently ordered a fridge because we've been living with a single person's fridge for a very long time. And so we need more space in the fridge. So that was a big purchase for this month. And then next month I'm thinking maybe I'll get the PS5 if they don't announce a PS5 Slim, which maybe they will. I don't know. They've got a PlayStation showcase next week, and they're going to be talking about a few games, and maybe they'll talk about a PS5 Slim as well, which has been long rumored. But I don't know, do you play the waiting game or not? Because depending on when they release it, I may just want to play the games now. But then again, there's like, oh, who has the time to play games? I don't. Okay, I'm actually going to be, oh gosh. This guy. There's a dude loading up. We're back in Osaka City, and we've pretty much made it. So, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. And I will catch you next time, whenever that's going to be. Feel free to like and subscribe if this is your first time here. And I will catch you again. Thank you very much, guys. See you.